We are on the sidelines with Bob Bellacicco tonight. And Bob, there's a lot going on heading into the Christmas break. Let's start off with the Spits, who really need a pick-me-up.
They sure do. They lost 2 out of 3 on their Eastern road swing last week. Not a good weekend for them. Spits are focused on getting back on track, though, winning tomorrow night's game at home against the Sioux Greyhounds. Now, Windsor double up the Petes 6-3 looking back in Peterborough to start their trip last weekend. But they followed that up with a 4-3 loss to Kingston and a 2-1 win in Ottawa. Meanwhile, Flint won all 3 of their games last week to bump Windsor out of the top spot in the Western Conference standings. Never thought that would happen, but it's here. After moving up in the rankings this week or last week, Windsor is out this week.
You know, we got to find a way here against the Sioux to find a happy combination of good defensively and generating a lot more offense.
Going to be excited. It's a big game. Can't be looking forward to the break just yet. We got one more super important game, and I think the first half went pretty well overall.
Now here's a good game coming up. So Lakeshore Canadians have 3 home games before the Christmas break, but are actually only playing 2 of them in Lakeshore. The third one is their now annual outdoor game at Lansbury Park on Ottawa Street. They'll host the Amherstburg Admirals Tuesday, December 23rd at 7 p.m. The team is going to wear a 3rd jersey next week. I've seen it. It's pretty cool looking. There's something cool also about playing an outdoor game.
Yeah, it's a little bit smaller and you can't really see the lines, but at the end of the day, most kids grow up playing hockey on the outdoor pond or some type of lake, right? So it's kind of cool to get outside and do something different than playing in the same old rink every year.
Now, high school sports, they do wrap up the week before the holiday break. A couple of holiday traditions, though, continue on the ice.
Oh, yeah. Big hockey games coming up. One in LaSalle, one out at the WSU Center. So tomorrow it's Sandwich and Villanova in the Mayor's Cup at the... Sorry, I'm looking at that camera, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so they're at the Volmer Complex for that game. The Sabres won last year, but the Wildcats have a good team this year as they get set to host OFSA. They also won a tournament recently, so it should be a good game. On the other side of the county, it's the Zachor Cup, the very exciting Zachor Cup between St. Joe's and Brennan at the WSU Center. Now over to the hardcore. This is Leah Shannon of Sandwich. She played in the Senior Girls All-Star Basketball game at St. Anne earlier this week. It was a game put on by the Tecumseh Saints basketball program. Kudos to them. Now Shannon is a grade 12 student athlete signed with Chantal Vallet's team at the University of Windsor. Membership has its privileges too. She is practicing with the team once a week and gotten to know the players, which gives her a leg up on out-of-town recruits. The experience has also made her a better player.
I really like watching Julia Sherratt. I think she's amazing. So yeah, it's a really cool opportunity to play with her and against her. They're all so strong and they use contact really well, and I find that this year I've been using contact really well and finishing off 2 feet. It's so fun. I'm super excited about being able to play with them next year.
All right, over to volleyball. This is McKenna McCann of Villanova. The first time I saw her play, I just knew she is destined for a U.S. scholarship. In fact, the grade 11 student athlete was receiving interest in grade 10 last year. She's a force at the net and helped Villy beat Holy Names last night 2-1. The Wildcats are 4-0 and tied with St. Anne for first in the Tier 1 division.
Being so young, you don't really know what you want to do with your life, and you can kind of feel this pressure like people are trying to make you decide. So I think over time I've just learned that my timeline's going to be different than theirs, and that's okay because I really just trust that everything's going to work out for a reason. And you don't want to let it get to your head, but also it kind of gives a motivation to other people, which is good in a way because as other people rise, you'll just push yourself to be better as well.
Okay, so training camp officially opened earlier this week for the Windsor Express. So how many players are back from last year's team?
Well, this team always struggles to bring players back, and this year they have 5, which is really nice to see. One of them is 4th-year player Latin Davis. Now, he is the leader of this team. Latin lives in Michigan. Oops, sorry.
Just the loyalty of it. Good to be back to
He is the leader of this team for sure. Now, Latin lives in Michigan and likes being close to home. It allows him to play here and do a thing called one-on-one, the next chapter. You ever heard of that? It's on YouTube. Apparently, thousands of people watch it. Who knew? Latin wants to get back to the BSL finals this year and win it all, and then hopes the league grows from there.
Obviously, we want to win a championship. I came close 2 out of the 3 years I've been here. It sucks not to get the job done, but just got to put in the work from starting now to the end of the season. We know it's going to be a long season. That's a journey. We're not thinking about that right now. We just want to go forward, keep taking big steps.
Yeah, who doesn't want to win a
Hey,
championship, rather?
true.
So the first half schedule winds down this weekend. Players are excited for the holiday break. You did something pretty cool with local players.
I like trying to do this as often as I can anyway, and I tried to get as many teams involved and as many players as I could. So for those who aren't included, I apologize, but I talked to players from a handful of teams, asking them a variety of questions relating to the Christmas break. Check this out, it's a lot of fun.
Usually my family comes over to my house, my grandparents, we open presents together, and then next day we go to Florida for a couple days.
What do you do for Christmas usually?
My family goes to Frankenmuth, go skating, have a big meal. That's fun, just hanging out with the family.
I go out to eat with both of my sides of my parents, and we get a big get-together. We don't really get together a lot, so during the holidays, it's good to see them.
I look forward to mac and cheese. That's always my favorite thing on Christmas. I think my grandma makes it, and it's always really good.
Definitely my Aunt Carrie's stuffing. I love that.
Favorite Christmas gift I ever got?
Probably getting a hockey stick Christmas Day.
What kind of stick was it?
CCM. Probably last year's surprise vacation, my family and friends. That was probably my best gift.
First iPhone. That was really exciting, because I had no idea I was going to get it.
It was actually just recently. My girlfriend got me a wetback. I was in a little car detailing little phase. Got to be my best one so far.
I got 2 little dogs as a surprise one year. My parents just went and got them and brought them home one day, like day before Christmas. It was pretty cool.
Wow. Did you have a name for them right away?
Yeah, Bo and Bella.
An Xbox when I was younger. That was my favorite big video game, guys.
Favorite Christmas movie? I gotta go The Elf. Probably Home Alone 2.
The Grinch.
What?
Still Christmas.
Elf, Home Alone, those are staples for me. Christmas Vacation, anything like that. So.
It's like classic, the first Home Alone.
Oh, Elf. Elf, Will Ferrell. One of the top movies of all time, let alone Christmas movies. It's my favorite.
Favorite Christmas song? Deck the Halls. Probably Mistletoe.
What's that?
Justin Bieber song?
Jingle Bell Rock.
It's exciting for our players to get home and see their families, and in a special time of year, and let's have a good break and get back to it when we get back.
Yeah, it should be a good break, and looking forward to the break, looking forward to unwinding, but it's always fun to catch up with the players to see what they do for Christmas and what kind of cool gifts they got.
Yeah.
What did you get when you were younger? What was the cool thing?
I don't know really like one specific thing. I liked getting like trips or concert tickets.
Ooh.
But what I remember about Christmas the most is going to Mass at midnight.
Yeah.
As a child, falling asleep every single time and having my parents squeeze my knees like this, saying, wake up, wake up. So that's my favorite memory. Yours?
That's fun. Yeah, you know what? Going to church Christmas Eve and then hanging out with family afterwards. That's always a good one.
Yeah.
And then I look forward to my mom stuffing, just like one of the players. It's just, she's got a killer stuffing. So that's that. And then I also like to kick back to a movie or two.
Yeah.
So my favorite is Home Alone 1, the original.
Okay. And a new one that came out on Netflix, it's called That Christmas. It's great for kids. I absolutely love it. Check it out if you haven't seen it.
I'll have to look that one up.
And that isn't an ad. Okay, Bob, thank you for this.
Thanks. Have a good Christmas.